So this is my sixth Christmas being on my own. Jules has gone off to the UK to look after a 92-year-old mum, and I'm home alone holding the fort. And it's never easy when you're on your own at Christmas. And especially, you know, if you're a Gen X man and maybe you've got divorced or you're just single, or maybe, I don't know, work or family's got in the way again and taking you away. But whatever it is, it can be a tough time. The first time I experienced it was when I was in Oz. I just got divorced from my first wife, so I was fairly miserable and lonely as it was. And throw in an Australian Christmas day where everybody's having the time of their lives. They're down the beach, they're surfing, they're having barbecues. Yeah, it didn't help one little bit. So I retreated into myself and also my room, quite literally, because I thought I just don't want to be around anybody. You know, I just want to be on my own. And I think a lot of that I was worried about what people would think. You know, why is this bloke on his own? Why is he not with his family? Why is he not around the Christmas dinner table with everyone? What's he done? And I just thought, I don't need that. So I hid away, and it was a miserable time. And when I got out the other side of it, I thought, if I'm alone again next Christmas, I'm not doing this. Because one, I didn't enjoy it, and two, it's not really healthy. So I created a bit of a playbook that I bring out whenever I'm alone at Christmas, for whatever reason, like, you know, now when Jules is away. And this is what I'm going to do this year, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. If any of you are on your own and you're thinking, oh, it's going to be another miserable few days, you could maybe get some ideas from this and adapt them for yourself. So it goes like this. Christmas Eve, I'm going to knock off work about 1 o'clock, and then I'm going to go down a local cafe bar just down the road from the house, and I'm going to have a cheeky beer. Now, this is something that we don't do when we're on our own as well, because we worry about what people might think. Who's Billy No Mates on his own over there? Here's the secret, guys, right? Nobody cares. If you walk in somewhere and just order a beer or a coffee on your own, nobody cares because they've got their own stuff going on. All they're worried about is themselves. But what it does is it gets us out, it gets us interacting, it gets us around people, which is what we need. So that's what I'm going to do. And the guys will ask me in the cafe, because I know, so they'll say, where's Jules? And I'll tell them, and they'll say, what, you're alone at Christmas and New Year? I'll say, yeah. They won't care. So get yourself out there. Once I've done that, I'm going to head back in the afternoon, and I'm going to cook up what I call the King's Lunch. It could be the Queen's Lunch if you want. But that's going to be my Christmas dinner. And what I do is I get the laptop in the kitchen, get a Christmas movie on, probably Die Hard, because I don't have to fight over the remote control with Julesy. And then I'm going to cook up my chicken tagine, because I do a bit of cooking, you know. Julesy got me into it. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a bit of fun in the kitchen and watch a good old movie, and that's Christmas Eve sorted. Then what I do on Christmas Day, have the rule, the non-breakable rule, which is no social media on Christmas Day. Because all we do is we'll doom scroll, and we'll see everybody having a good time, and we'll become more miserable. So what we do is we turn off all social media. Non-negotiable. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to get out and about. Now, I know everybody's situation is different depending where you live, but if it's nice and it's like this and the waves are pumping as they are, I'm going to go surfing for a few hours on Christmas Day, and I'm going to really enjoy it. If there are no waves, but it's bright or it's not raining, I'm going to get the bike out and I'm off on a bike ride. And if it is lashing down, I'm going to get my wet weather gear on and I'm going to go out, walk about. I'm basically going to get out the outdoors and I'm going to get out of the house. Because one, it clears my head, and two, gives me some breathing space to think. Right? Not bombarded by social media and everybody else's agendas. So I'm going to get out for a few hours, and when I'm out there, what I do is I take a bit of a packed lunch, a bit of a picnic. So if I'm surfing, I'll finish surfing and I'll have it on the beach. If I'm on my bike, I'll take it with me and I'll stop somewhere and have it out and about. And if I'm walking, I'll do the same thing. So I'll be out for a couple of hours and then I'll come back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a book, because I love reading and I never get a chance to read a good book. So I'm not going to have a chance to order it on Amazon for it to be delivered, so I'm going to get a Kindle book, and I know exactly which one I'm going to be reading on Christmas Day. So that's going to be me, feet up, Christmas Day afternoon, into my book. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the tagine warming up. going to get me dinner, me King's dinner warming up. Because what we can't do, guys, on Christmas Day is wake up, stand over the sink and have a bowl of cereal in the kitchen. We've got to eat properly. We've got to treat ourselves well, yeah? We've got to honour ourselves on the day. So get whatever food you want, get yourself a steak or whatever, and make sure you've got it in for the day on Christmas, yeah? So that'll be me, Christmas Day night, tagine and another good movie. Christmas Day sorted. Boxing Day. Boxing Day is my planning day. So again, I'm going to go out and about, out of the house, clear my head, and I'm going to start planning for next year. Now, these aren't New Year's resolutions. Do not get me started on them because they're BS. Because New Year's resolutions, all we do is we make these false promises that all fail by the end of January. What we're going to call them is we're going to call them moves. We're going to make some moves in 2026. And to that end, for the last week, I've been creating the Gen X Reset because I've had time, because Jules hasn't been here for 10 days. And the Gen X Reset is a 7-step framework for making moves in 2026 or whenever. You can use it any time of year. It's not just about Christmas. And I've been thinking about this for ages because it's stuff that I use, and I thought, how can I package it up for you guys? So that's what I've been doing over the last week. I've been putting it together, and you can get it down below. Now, it's none of this, oh, you put your credit card in, all that crap. It's not. It's totally free for you guys, right? You just need to put your email in so I can send it to you. But you can access it straight away. You can actually read the whole thing in 20 minutes. And you decide you want to implement it, you can do it over the next 14 days. Or even if you just take a nugget from it that helps you, my job's done. So I've built that for you. As I say, you can access it either as a PDF or you can get it on your mobile so you can take it out and about with you. And a great thing to do is on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, if you're going to implement this, is take it with you, find that quiet spot, maybe when you've got your picnic or your packed lunch, and have a read through it. So you haven't got any distractions, you haven't got the TV on, you haven't got social media on, and really get you thinking about the moves you want to make in 2026. So I'll pop that down below for you and get that sorted out. If you don't use it, guys, it's fine. I say it's absolutely free, so don't worry about it, but you might as well have a look. I say it might just spark some ideas. Look, I choose these times as quality time. I could sit and be lonely like I was the first Christmas when I just wasted that time, whereas now I think I've got some free time here. I've got no work stuff going on. I've got no other interruptions. What am I going to do with it? And that's how I embrace being lonely at Christmas. In fact, it's not lonely, you know. It's just about being around yourself and having quality time with yourself and getting your head straight. The trouble is, and I know it's ironic because you're watching this, is that we're stuck in social media. What I'm trying to do on this channel is I'm trying to bring you some value, some experiences, rather than just chuck dross at you to entertain you, to keep you distracted. So I hope I'm doing that. And if you want me to cover anything on this channel, please let me know. Either message me or put a comment down below, and I'll look at that for you as well. And if you're here, it's your first time, please subscribe, come along on the journey, and let's go on this Gen X Men thing together, because we can't be alone. You know, just because we're physically alone at Christmas doesn't mean we're alone in the world. Us guys are out there. We're all out here for each other. I do this to give you a voice, to give you a place to be and to come together. Whatever you're up to, guys, have a fantastic Christmas, and I'll see you along the way.